Hey everybody, welcome back to KigerCraft with Tiger, me, and Garen, somewhere down there. Oh, there he is, he's on top of that tree. As you can see, we've been busy little bees, and we've cleared away a bunch of the trees near our little hidey hole, because we need wood for this. Yes, this is our jungle house. We completed it, and I think it looks pretty good. It's got the look that I wanted. Not sure if we're going to keep the vines, though, but because they keep growing in front of the door like this. But we already recorded this episode, and we had a little bit of technical problems. It didn't record. So you'll notice that this big dark building here is here, and that's because I built it in the first recording, but like I said, it didn't get saved. So we're going to keep working on it, and I'm going to show you guys what it did. It's a pretty basic structure. It's going to be the warehouse. It's where we're going to store everything. It's in the image of this. I've got the walls up and got the floor down. I got little stairs and everything in here. There's a couple flourishes that I was going to add with some fence posts. We actually want to make it look like it's reinforced, like it continues down, and it eventually will continue all the way down to the floor to kind of give it like it's being suspended in the tree sort of look. So this, I think, helps, and I actually really like how it looks. It looks good. Eventually, I'm going to remove the floor and replace it with half slabs, but not right now. So for now, we're going to come up to the second floor of the warehouse, and we're going to continue building. So, yes. I believe it was yesterday. That would have been Tuesday. We did a live stream, and it was lots of fun. We told you about it in the last episode, how we had the live stream for our downtime, and we actually did it the other day, and we went caving and did some strip mining and things like that, and we had a lot of fun. We found a good amount of materials and a couple of troll diamonds. We had a few, actually I think it was like 2 or 3 veins of diamond that had spawned in or below lava, so they were really hard to get at, and I had to work really hard, and I ended up losing just 1 diamond to the lava, which was terrible. I cried a little inside, but we did come out of there. We started with like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 diamonds, and we now have 37, which is awesome. So when it comes time, we'll be able to have, lots of pickaxes and everything. And while I was going through, I also discovered the abandoned mine shaft. So we now have the access to that, and I think next episode we'll go into the mine shaft and we'll see what we can find. We did explore kind of a very small preliminary area, but it looks like it goes on farther for much longer than what we actually saw, because we're going to have to do some digging in order to get to the rest of it. So that's probably going to be for next episode. This one here is just going to be building this. We're going to put the second floor up. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3. I want to make this about 5 or 6 high or so. But yeah, we were really bummed. Last episode went so well, but we're redoing it because we have to put something up, and we really don't need much of an excuse to record an episode because we really do enjoy this. So one of the things that I talked about was how my coworkers and I usually talk about some really weird topics when it's slow, and one of the things that we had talked about the other day was aliens, and how they didn't think that there were any aliens out there at all. They didn't believe that there was sort of extraterrestrial life outside of our planet, which I thought was really interesting because statistically, the universe is infinite, and no edge. It's a statistical impossibility almost that there is no life out there. Now, when I say extraterrestrial life, I speak in sort of the scientific terms of life. I like if they were able to confirm like a bacteria living off of methane on Triton or something like that, I would say that that's extraterrestrial life. But I think my coworkers are more of thinking like the pop culture aliens with death rays sort of extraterrestrial life, which while that would be really cool if they didn't have death rays, I'm not entirely sure that we would ever see something like that. Do I think that there is something? Probably. I mean, anything is possible. The universe is infinite. So there is a very likely possibility that there is a form of life out there like that. But like I said, I don't think we would ever see it just because of how big everything is. But a lot of people tend to think that if there are extraterrestrial life forms, from an extraterrestrial planet, that how am I going to get back up? Dirt? It's going to be enough. That they have to be like, spaceship aliens and things like that. So I don't think that will happen, though I've got my fingers crossed. It's about as likely as a zombie apocalypse, which I also have my fingers crossed for. I like post-apocalyptic things. And one of these days we'll talk more about post-apocalyptic and things I like with that, but not today. But we have a lot of life forms on Earth, based on DNA. So I don't see why people don't think that, there can be other life forms out there that can be just as interesting as the life that we have here. So it's just something that one of the many weird topics, along with zombie apocalypse, that we talk about at work. So sort of interesting. Well, let's go close up this roof here. Boop, boop. But one of the things that I really enjoy thinking about is space. Space is awesome. Space is cool. I really do wish that, we as a society spent more on understanding space and, mastering space travel and things like that. Because I think that in the future, obviously not within our lifetime, but in the very distant future, we will need to leave Earth. The way that we manage the environment is not the most responsible. So one of these days it's just not going to be fit for us anymore. And I think that, we really should study space now and develop space travel now before we absolutely need it. Because I fully believe that, we as a society would ignore space, and then it's like all of a sudden, oops, we could really use a way to travel in space, and they're like, oh, well, we've never studied that, and then it's too late, and we're all dead. And I would really not like for that to happen, because I like, people, humans. I want the species to survive, so I really wish that they would do more about that. But there is sort of a selfish component to that, and that's because I want to be a space pirate. I want to live in a space wild west, so to speak, and I want to be a space pirate. Yeah, don't judge me. Okay, we're just gonna make a walkway here. Yeah, that's actually one of my dreams, because I actually think about space quite a bit. One of the things that I like to that I actually discovered through my electronics studies in college was a railgun. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's essentially a small little piece of metal that's put in a sort of like a metal shaft, so to speak, and they use high voltage and electromagnetic currents to send the object out at high velocities. And I've always thought that it would be really cool if we could develop a system that's based on, electromagnetism, like a railgun, to make deliveries to outer space, like accelerating cargo ships and things like that to the moon, which I think would be really, really awesome and really useful. Because we could move stuff much, much quicker and essentially speed up space travel, which is one of the big problems with traveling. Oh, now wood again. Which is one of the big problems with traveling in space, is that it just takes so long. We don't have any way to really make it quick. And I'm not big on the science stuff, and I'm out of wood. Okay. Well, let's see, what else can we do up here? Let's see what I do have some materials for. Here we go. This could use a floor. Let's see about doing that. But developing a railgun, something that I've thought about, and I actually would really, really like to do. But I'm not big into the science, like I said, and Garen says he is big into the science, and I guess it's not possible physically. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but who knows? Maybe technology will advance to the point where it will be possible one day, and that would just be so cool. Oh, yay, wood delivery. Thank you. One of the other things that I really like and is actually feasible and I really want to do is I eventually want to build a mech. Mechs are probably my favorite mechanical thing next to cars. And I think unlike a lot of people, that building mechs with just a little bit of technological advancement would be something that we could totally do. I mean, it's feasible. I mean, we're making them right now. I mean, there's a government contractor, I think it's Raytheon, actually has a mech suit. I think they call it the exosuit, and they built it for the U.S. military, and it's been developed. They actually have delivered units, and another thing that they're doing is they're also using it now, a cheaper consumer, not consumer, but a civilian version of it to help paraplegics getting around. So people who are paralyzed, they can strap in this, essentially this mech suit, and it helps them have a more normal life, gets them out of the wheelchair, and helps them walk around. It's big and it's bulky and it's like $100,000, but it's proof of concept that, we have the technology to do those sorts of things. And I really think that, eventually, there will be consumer level parts for things like that, and you'll be able to build one of those in your garage. And I fully intend to, when I have a garage to build it in and money to buy parts and things like that. So, you know, I don't think that we would see something like a lot of people, when they think of mechs, they think of Gundams and things like that. While freaking awesome and cool, I don't really think it's practical. I think we would see more like the sort of the loader from Aliens that Sigourney Weaver uses to kick the alien queen's ass. That is more of the practical stuff that we would see. So that's what I want to do. I want to build a mech, and it would be awesome. But yeah, I'll build a mech, and then I'll be like, okay, now I need heavy stuff to lift. Oh, zombie. Because that's just how I am. But we're going to finish up this floor here, and I'm going to have to go kill some more trees to get the dark wood we need for the underside. But we're almost done. This is looking good. I'm actually... Oop. Damn it. It was going so well. Alright. Half slab. Alright. This is actually going really, really well. And I'm really liking how this looks. It's given me the sort of the jungle top treehouse look that I was going for. We're gonna have to break this up somehow. I'm gonna have to figure something out because this looks just way too. And I'll eventually go through and cut windows out of it. Gotcha. Eventually cut windows out of it, put vines on it, and we'll dig out the corners there, and there'll be fence posts that go all the way to the ground, and that's how the tree will be supported. Or not the tree, how the building will be supported is by those fence posts. Sort of like this. So it'll be a long post, go all the way to the ground, and that'll keep this building up here because, you know, this doesn't exactly look realistic, and I like making it at least look feasible. But can't get that zombie. But thank you guys for joining us again for another episode. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you next time. Missed. All right, take care, guys. Bye.